We're talking about Pete Buttigieg. Yes, we're talking about Pete Buttigieg. Why are we talking about Pete Buttigieg? Well, Pete Buttigieg continues to smear progressive groups supporting Bernie Sanders as, oh no, dark money. Oh, it's over for Bernie. It's over, Dan. Quiet. Take everything you said back.
I don't believe in Bernie
Paul,
anymore.
No debating. Stop talking over me. Jerome, be quiet over there. So
I know I'm giving up. I think the last day I'm doing this.
Yep. Last day. It's over for Harlan. So why is it? So Pete Buttigieg is right now coming under fire from progressive groups after claiming in a series of tweets on Thursday evening that his rival, Senator Bernie Sanders, is being backed by 9 dark money groups.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Likening the Vermont senator to billionaire Michael Doomberger, Mayor Doomberger. Oh, no. Say our name, Pete Buttigieg tweeted the Sunrise Movement.
Why can't it be Mayo Doomberger?
Mayo? Oh,
because
good.
it's Mayo Pete.
No,
Yeah, Mayo
but
Pete.
who cares about Pete? Mayo Doomberger. It works
Okay.
much better.
Mayo Doomberg. That's true. Oh, well. So, say our name, Pete Buttigieg tweeted the Sunrise Movement. A Sunrise Movement that is a progressive organization, not, an oil company or a Wall Street hedge fund or a big bank. No, Sunrise Movement is a progressive movement
You can even say
that is supporting and endorsing Senator Bernie Sanders. And this is what good old Pete Buttigieg said during the debate that we covered. With Michael Bloomberg in the race and with 9 dark money groups supporting Bernie Sanders, the goalposts have been changed. Dude, you have 40 billionaires backing you up and you're in the wine caves. And not to mention, you got a lot of lobby groups supporting you too. So you're the last person to be speaking about this, Mayor Pete Buttigieg. He also, of the 9 groups, there's also Democratic Socialists of America, an organization in 2018 during the midterm election cycle and pre-midterm election cycle where they're actually winning seats not only in southern states, but all over the country. DSA, a political organization that's, following through with its promises and actually introducing progressives and winning elections. Oh, no, they're a dark money group now, too, Mayo Pete Buttigieg. He's also going after the immigration advocacy group. He's basically saying that they're a dark money organization. Make the Road to Action, which is an immigration advocacy group. And also National Nurses United. You know what they all have in common? They're supporting and endorsing Senator Bernie Sanders, and their followers are supporting and helping out Senator Bernie Sanders. But I guess, naming all these progressive organizations as dark money is something that only Mayo Pete Buttigieg can do. But see, it has long-lasting harm because the last thing people like to be called is deplorable. The last thing people like to do, like to have, is their organization that they're working hard for being described as something that they're fighting against. DSA has nothing in common with Wall Street's big banks or major corporations. The Sunrise Movement has nothing in common with fossil fuel industry. National Nurses United has nothing in common with the health insurance agencies. So guess what, Mayor Pete Buttigieg? They're not dark money. They're not evil corporations. They're actually, working class people, normal people, working regular jobs, diverse people of different backgrounds, working together to help the only candidate that can build a large coalition of progressives, independents, Democrats, liberals, socialists. Hey, and dare I say it, even some libertarians and Republicans are behind this movement too. Like they're all with him, but yet you want to lump them all together as being something deplorable and bad. Mayor Pete Buttigieg, how the hell are you going to convince these organizations in a general election to support and endorse you should you potentially, in a worst case scenario, become the nominee? You can't, because the last thing people like to do is be spit on. But that's what you did during the debate. You called them and compared them to major corporations. What kind of idiot does that? But it's okay, because when you were mayor of South Bend, Indiana, your lobby groups and donors were the ones that had access to you. Under your term, gentrification was running amok, and people, especially African Americans, were left homeless. But that's all right, because so long as you have police corruption running around your city, you can do whatever you want. That's you, Mayor Pete Buttigieg. As long as no one falls in line with you, well, they're open targets. Well, people don't like that, and you and your campaign and how you handle yourself during that debate, well, it says a lot. Because you obviously don't have what it takes to build a coalition, Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
So this is, it goes without saying, I'm obviously switching over to Pete. He has such a strong, consistent argument. I don't know how I could possibly, counteract any of that stuff. But let's be real, though. The nurses, probably not Wall Street. Just a guess. The Sunrise Movement, which maybe peddles in disinfectant of corruption and pointing out of corruption. Maybe not the kind of movement you're talking about. What this really is Pete's gotten hit hard by Bernie Sanders and his supporters. We've covered it too because it's very obvious that he's just corrupt. He has billionaires backing him. He's taking money from anyone that'll give it to him. And it hurts him. Because in this day and age, people have started, especially since 2016, thanks to Sanders' previous run, have gotten to the point where they realize what I think they should have realized sooner, but nonetheless, hey, maybe if someone is taking money from large companies, they might do what those large companies want. And Pete is just an example of that. So Pete is looking at this and going, oh, my God, I'm getting hit hard with all this money and these bribes that I'm taking. What can I do? Can I reform my campaign and try and reposition myself as a progressive because that's where the people want me to be, and maybe I can separate myself from the establishment, pull some people off burden? No, I'm not going to do that because I really like the money I'm getting. I know. We'll just call Bernie supporters lobbyists, and that'll work. They're going to come to me, and they're going to get my vote. That's the funny part of all this, that this doesn't help Pete at all. This is not going to get anyone to go flip over to him and go, well, you made a good point, sir. I'm going to go vote for you. And no one's going to be like, I mean, I would love, actually, I think it would help Bernie Sanders if the news started going, you know those nurses, that nurse union? That's dark money. Shouldn't trust the nurses. That's going to work real well. Oh, the Sunshine Movement. Yeah, that's going to work real well.
Our revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sunrise
no.
Movement, the group that occupied Nancy Pelosi's office.
Those socialist groups, those are lobbyists.
DSA,
yes,
bad
for sure.
news. Oh, no.
That's going to work so well for you, Pete.
Come on.
So what's going to happen with this? Nothing. This is not going to go anywhere. In fact, this will probably help Sanders because, like I said, if anyone covers this, if you're just a regular person, you're not into politics, and the news goes on and says, according to Pete's campaign, nurses are lobbyists, you're going to go, that seems a little far-fetched. I might go for Bernie.
So one thing, too, I want to read in the chat. There's a super chat we just got, too. So hold on. Let me go ahead and read that out there real quick. Sending support for independent media and to democracy itself. You better believe I send this amount to Bernie multiple times a day as well. Much love, guys. Thank you, Jack Taranen, for the $14.99 super chat. And also there was another chat that I saw, and that is from Eric. It's not a super chat, but it's a regular chat. I just want to read it, though. Eric O. Sunrise Movement versus Shadow Inc. Which one is dark money? Well, if you're corporate media and Mayor Pete Buttigieg, then it's the Sunrise Movement. But however, if you're a normal person to see through the BS, well, of course, this is Shadow Inc. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like we're living in an upside down world where the greedy and the insane are running the show, and we have a system that's only favoring them, the top 1%. This is why we have to get involved in this election cycle. Paul, any kind of comments?
Yeah, so one thing we haven't really stated here is I can tell what the strategy is and why they think it will, why the Pete campaign thinks this will work. I mean, we've pointed out the obvious of like, this isn't going to work. This is going to backfire. And hopefully it does. But the strategy for why it works is the same, or why they think it will work is the same as the Bernie bro strategy. It's a guilt by association strategy. Oh, you don't want to go listen to those? They're bad people over there. Don't listen to them. It's smearing groups and hoping that people will either be not familiar with the group or internalize the fact that somehow these groups are nefarious and therefore dissuade any kind of association with them. That's the overall strategy. It's tired. They use it a lot, and it's very unlikely to manifest in anything that actually resembles what they want it to, the outcome they want to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.